Greetings, dear readers, viewers, and listeners on Instagram and YouTube, and welcome to this special edition of the Autistic SuperBlog's The Hot Take. On this one, I wanted to kind of touch on something that has been looming for a while since this whole thing happened several months ago. You got all the YouTube readers probably remember my blog post a couple of months ago when I spoke about Alex Trebek's passing, God rest his soul. And there have been a lot of great guest hosts on the show since then to kind of fill in, to kind of play second fiddle to the man who literally made Jeopardy something that could be used as respectful. Someone that used education and intelligence as a way of making it seem cool to be smart. Of course, I want to just preface, no one can replace the great Alex Trebek. That'd be just like the same way as a game show fan of saying that Bob Barker is replaceable with Drew Carey. No, he isn't. Bob Barker and Alex Trebek, God rest his soul, are legends. They're legends of the game show industry. I mean, ask any game show fan down the line, and they'll say that Bob Barker and Alex Trebek deserve to be on the list of conversations when it comes to greatest game show hosts of all time, and I'd be among them. That being said, it's also nice to explain. I think what Jeopardy has done that's been really good is that been doing guest hosts, so that we get a chance to feel along with the people that are responsible for this decision. We get to see them both together, and when the choice is made for a new guest host, then we all say, "Oh, that was something I didn't think about. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about this, or I saw this, or I overlooked this, or I overlooked that." We all deal with that. But I think I like what Jeopardy did. I mean, they didn't replace Alex Trebek outright like they did with The Price is Right, where they said Drew Carey is going to be the guy. I think if they wanted to do something with guest hosts with The Price is Right, looking back, I think that would be a better way to do it. But I think I understand why they did it with Jeopardy, because Jeopardy is an institution. Much like The Price is Right, much like Wheel of Fortune, much like any other game show you can think of, Jeopardy in itself is an institution. There are a lot of people who rely on it and depend on it to be their affirmation that being smart is cool. And that's what Alex Trebek, God rest his soul, and Art Fleming, God rest his soul, did in their tenures. Now it's a time for a new one to come up. That being said, I really can't say who's going to be the new host of Jeopardy, but I think whoever it is, whoever the new host decides to be, we should, as game show fans and as fans of Jeopardy itself, we should give the person the benefit of the doubt. He was chosen for a reason. He was chosen. That individual was chosen because they're special. There's something about him that resonates like Alex Trebek. God rest his soul. Just like in the same way it'll be when, God forbid this ever happened, but Patsy, Jack, and Vanna White decided to retire. But we should look at this as not just, oh, this guy's not this person, or this person's not that person, or this, that, and the other thing. We should really look at what keeps the show fresh. We should say, all right, this isn't the game we know, but the new host is someone that would make that person proud. I know I deal with it all the time with my late mentor, God rest his soul, and myself. I always feel like I always try to follow in his footsteps. It's the same thing. It's the same thing here. So I think we should give the new host, whoever it's going to be for Jeopardy, the benefit of the doubt, and kind of realize that the classics aren't going to be around as much any longer, and new people have to be groomed for the show that they're on for. And that's what makes game shows so intriguing to me. Not only do game shows educate us and inform us of the world around us, but it's also fun. And even though even though the games even though the game's changed and even though the technology's changed, the core gameplay remains the same. Even technology has changed, things have stayed the same, and that's why I think another thing to keep in mind too. Game shows will always be around. I think I could say it without any hesitation. But the host, the standards, the technology that's being used are all being used in the same way. Much like Drew Carey had to take over for Bob Barker, and much like the late Monty Hall had to see his successor Wayne Brady do what he does on Let's Make a Deal. I mean, it's all going to benefit us in the long run. So, I just wanted to get that out there as part of the hot take. So, if you guys have any questions about that, feel free to tell me in the comments on either YouTube or Instagram. And as always, you can see all these different different videos, not only on Instagram and YouTube on the Autistic Super channel, but also on the AutisticSuperBlog.wordpress.com. Stay strong, stay safe, and as always, shine on.